All right, young. This is movie date night. We are going to go see The Exorcist. Now, Mark chose this movie this evening, not me, as I would not have chosen that. But I'm going to be a good sport and see if I can handle it. So stay tuned for the review. All right, do the introduction, Mark. People are waiting
to see.
Welcome back to our channel.
Yes, that's it.
And we're doing a movie review, another movie review. So we didn't get to do it the other day, so we're doing 2 in 1, but we didn't see 2 movies today. We saw 1 movie today and 1 movie yesterday.
Believe it or not, we went to a 5 o'clock movie.
Yes, we went to a 5 o'clock movie yesterday. So yes, hey, as part-time empty nesters, you know, we get to have the opportunity to do as we please and not have to worry about those doggone children because we have 5. So we went to the movies yesterday to see
The Exorcist Believer. And there have been, since the original Exorcist came out that shocked the world, there have been, you know, a few other Exorcist type movies that have been out. Some of them have been good, some of them have been really bad. But this was, you know, they didn't really dub it as a sequel, but it does kind of relate back to the original story, the original Exorcist, in a couple of different ways. So in many ways, I guess people are dubbing it the sequel. So I thought that this particular movie, I was really excited to see it. Again, for those that remember The Exorcist, it just wasn't too many movies like it before that came out. But again, with its shock and all kind of sequences in that particular movie, I was definitely seeing how they were gonna, you know, live up to that or go back to that, or again make it even better, hopefully. So there were a number of scenes. I would say that we haven't developed a rating system for what we're doing here, but I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was great, but I did think it was a good movie. I did think if you have seen the original, that it is worth seeing. I think if you haven't seen the original, you should watch that first before you go see this. If you're one of the young people in the crowd that was not around when that movie came out. But it definitely had some really good scenes. I kind of feel like, to me, the movie was it's a 2-hour movie, but it wasn't long, and it just seemed to, I just don't think it developed characters very well in the movie, and it kind of just jumped from thing to thing, in my opinion. But again, I think it's worth seeing, particularly if you're into those type movies. I think you will be pleased with it. But I just didn't feel it was great.
So, if you've been following, you will know that the last few movies Mark selected, and I didn't particularly like the movies. So I chose the movie Dumb Money that we saw, and I loved it. And then the movie before that I chose was, what was that movie? I forgot. And I liked it. So he chose this one. I wasn't particularly excited to go see a scary movie because I'm like, I am not 21 anymore. So I just can't take it. My nerves, and I'm jumping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to. And look, I'm a part-time empty nester. I'm in this house by myself. Before I had 5 kids running around, and we had a dog, you know? But now I'm by myself during the day. Well, sometimes when I'm here, when I'm not in my office. And I'm not particularly fond of being frightened, right? So I wasn't looking forward to seeing this. So I knew he really was excited, so I'm just going to be a good sport. I'm going to take one for the team. So we went to see it. I'm going to say I jumped one good time. Oh my gosh, I screamed so loud. I don't even remember what that part was, but I remember, what do they call them, a jump scare? I don't know what to call it. But it scared me really bad. I screamed out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, that happened once. Okay, so that's not bad. But the noise, the special effects, that was rattling my nerves. So honestly, I had to hold my ears because that had me on edge. It was so loud. Would you agree? It was too loud. If you're rolling a cart, does it have to be that loud? They're trying to rattle you. They did a good job with that part, but I didn't like that. It was too much. If I had earplugs, I would have put them in my ears. It was too loud.
Yeah, they were definitely playing on your senses.
Yes.
And to some regard, it's exactly the opposite of the original Exorcist, because in the original Exorcist, a lot of stuff was very quiet until it wasn't. But in this one, they really just came right at you.
Yeah, and it was rattling.
In their transitions from scene to scene, it was just one noise after another that led into it, and they were super, super loud.
Yes, it was very, very loud on purpose. So, okay, and the 2 young ladies, I give them 2 thumbs up. They did a superb, excellent job. They really did play their roles. They did a really good job. I thought they were excellent.
I agree.
I don't know their names, but I thought they did a really good job. It played a lot, it told a lot about, it was about religion. You know, it was a lot about, I don't know, good versus evil. And so that was interesting, but I don't want to give anything away, so I can't talk too much about it. But that was very interesting to me. That was the interesting part. Besides, it was supposed to be horror flick. It was the religion part that drew me in, and I was just really like, wow, trying to understand how they connected this horror flick with religion. That was interesting. So I wasn't really particularly excited to go see it. But I didn't want to just walk out like I did those last 2 movies you took me to see, that I wanted to get up and leave. So I enjoyed it. Can I give it a 2 thumbs up? No, but it's something to do. It's entertaining, you know? So I don't know. We haven't did a rating system like you said. So if I had to give it a number between 1 and 10, I don't know. 7, 8?
I would go with probably, somewhere between a 7 and 8. I don't know if it was quite an 8, but again, I don't want anybody to think it's not a good movie. It was a good movie. It just wasn't like The Exorcist, the original was like a great movie.
Okay, but listen to this.
Everybody talked about.
But do you think The Exorcist, the original one, was an excellent movie because of your age? You know what I'm saying? You were young. And so it's like, whoo, it was a lot for that age. And now it's like different.
It could be, but again, the technology and everything that was involved, that also went along with that time frame now as well, which again, maybe they're using the technology with all the noises and differently in this one, like we talked about. I mean, it's not only that we're young, but it's also...
We're young? You mean we're young?
We were young. That's what I'm talking about when that was out. But it also is the technology of films at that point in time.
Okay, but listen.
Makes a difference as well.
Okay, so let me explain it to you this way, because I'm not sure if I articulated that well. Remember when you were a kid and you saw Jaws? Mm-hmm. Woo! That was like, oh my goodness. And now you see Jaws, it's just like, okay. Because the age. How about...
because you've seen it 50 times?
No, I haven't seen it 50 times. I haven't. How about that other movie that it was like... I remember it was like, what was it? The Inferno, what was it called?
The Towering Inferno.
That I remember as a kid was like, and now it's just like, okay, I can just watch the movie. I really think it has something to do with age. But that's just me. Okay, we're gonna end it here. So what if Chloe saw The Exorcist? She's gonna be terrified because she's young. You understand? So I don't know if it has something to do also with her age, but I don't know. I'm just wondering. So I would be interested in hearing your thoughts on that. Do you think age plays a factor in the scare factor, I guess is what I'm trying to say? So please post your comments below. So that's it. That's it for the Exorcist Believer. And so we gave it about a 7.5. So please leave your comments below after you have seen it. And also let me know what you feel about the age having to play with this. I forgot something, y'all. The unexpected encounter. Mr. Colton. Oh my goodness. This young man came out of the movie theater and he said to me, is everyone freaked out like me? He lost his mind and he was just talking. I said, do you mind if I record your review? He had no problems with it. So I recorded his review. He was so excited. He loved this movie. He said it was the best. I'm not even gonna tell you what he said. I want you to watch. So watch his review. So he just walked out of this movie and asked me, was I the only one effed up? So he is gonna give his review. I don't even know this man, but he is like freaked out.
All right, so first of all, I'm a huge horror addict. Like, I do Michael costume, everything. Like, have done a couple small school things. All right, so I'm not gonna spoil it because that was a really good ending that I didn't see coming. Dude, I think this is the best thing that's ever been written. It surpassed the first one. The first one was so historical to horror because it changed everything. Dude, this is gonna be one of those ones you need to see to believe.
So you're still freaked out?
I'm not easily shook, but that got me.
Yeah.
That got me good. There were a couple good parts in that where it doesn't follow the formula. It doesn't, like, it leads you in. It'll think something's gonna happen and then it doesn't. And it just doesn't. Until later on when you realize something. Dude, that was so awesome.
What is your name?
Colton Davis.
Colton, okay, yeah.
Oh, dude, that was so cool.
Thank you so much for giving this
Yeah,
review.
of course, dude. That had me in tears. It was so cool.
Wow. So would you come back and see it again?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
I'm getting that on DVD when it comes out, man.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for sharing. So, again, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, remember there's 86,400 seconds in every day. Make every second count. Bye, y'all.